a picture of yourself or whoever you want. Once you've brought your picture into your document, you want to name it template and lock it so that you can't modify it in the future. And then you want to create another layer above it, and we're going to name this layer mouth. And we're going to zoom in on the mouth now. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose the, you can use a number of these tools, but you can use the polygon lasso, magnetic lasso, or lasso tool. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to use the lasso tool because we can get a nice outline of the mouth. And what you're going to start doing is you want to click and start drawing around the mouth. So click and hold and draw around the thing you want the shape of. So there we go. Going to follow it around the mouth shape. There we go. So when it comes back up, it'll do a little sign. There we go. And now you'll have an outline of the mouth. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fill this in black for the time being. A couple of times just so it's a bit more, you know. There we go. That's pretty good. So now we're going to zoom out so we can see what we've done. Press Ctrl D so we're not selecting anything. And we create a new layer, and now we're going to name this one eyes. I1, I guess. I1. Okay, and it's exactly the same thing. Zoom in on one eye, and then we will choose the lasso tool or whatever you decide. I'm going to go for the outline of the eye. So I guess we'll start with the outline for the actual eye itself, I guess. So there we go. There we go. Looks pretty nice. There we go. That's a nice shape for the actual eye itself. So we can then fill it with a bucket and black. Again, do it a couple of times just so we can get it more thick and look a little bit nicer. There we go. Although I think what we're going to do actually is we're just going to do the actual eyeball itself. I think change it up, do the actual eyeball itself. So yeah, we'll do that. So we're going to go ahead and just do around the eyeball itself. There we go. What we can actually see. Fill that in black. There we go. So there we go. I'm going to rename this now just so it's eyeball. Eyeball 1. There we go. And we're going to zoom out to fit on screen. And new layer. Every time you do a new feature or something, create a new layer. We're going to zoom in on this other eye now. And I can see the outline of that eye. Now, you could just copy this over, and it would look okay. I'll do that now just to show you. There we go. Move this as well. We could just copy it over there and zoom in. Hold on. There we are. And move this into place. There you go. Now that would work. Would just look exactly the same. And we can see we're actually kind of starting to get the outline of our face. So we might as well name this one eyeball 2. There we go. And with this new layer that we have created, now we're going to actually do the, I guess you could say we can do the outline of we can do the hair, I guess. We'll show you a cool trick with the hair as well, so we can capture this light and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get our lasso tool out again. Now there is also other tools which we're going to use. Now we're going to use the magnetic one, and the magnetic one just kind of sticks to certain points, which is really helpful when you're getting like the hairline of the actual hair. So we're going to go around the hair. There we go. Oops. And you can click yourself as well if it messes up. There we go. And space to move around. There we go. And we can just sort of go around this hair, keeping the natural shape of it. Oops, that was a bit of a mess by me, but we can just go back on the same line at this and just correct ourselves. There we go. There we go. There we go. And it's a little bit tricky to get some of the parts, but you can always just go back on the same line and then follow it around, and then get the actual shape of the actual hairline. There we go. I'm going to move down so I can get the last little bit here. Bring it down. Again, it will automatically click for you, so that you don't actually have to move the point yourself. And there we go. Last little bit of hair there. Bring it up. There we go. And up to the last point. And then you'll get this little sign here which knows you're done. We're going to zoom out now. Fit on screen. And again, we're going to fill it in black, just so we can kind of get a representation. There we go. And we're going to call this hair layer 1. And now what you can do, you can actually go ahead and copy and paste it again. And we can just name this one hair layer 2. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to change the hair to the natural colour, because it does look nicer. And to do that, we're just going to grab, we're going to hide those layers for temporarily. I'm going to use the pick tool, which is I in the keyboard. I'm going to choose a natural colour. There we go. Hair layer 1, we can now go ahead and fill in that colour. There we go. And then hair layer 2 will get the lighter shade of one. So we can unhide this. And then pick the lighter shade colour. There we go. And then we will fill that in. There we go. And so now we've got two different colours of brown. You may be asking, well, that's not going to do much because it's above the layer. It's not going to be shown. Well, you can actually we can actually put both the layers together so that it looks like they're together. So we can just drag it. So we can go, and you want to go in between the layers, and you'll see this little like arrow with a box. Click, click, and then it'll create a clipping mask. You can also go right click and clipping mask. So that kind of blends the layers together, so you get a little bit of darkness and a little bit of lightness in the actual hair. So that means if I was to modify this a little bit, for an example, I'm going to zoom in, and if I was to modify this a little tiny bit, like, I don't know, by adding a square, for example. Oops. Sure, I've not got anything selected. There we go. Add a square, for example, of, I don't know, fill it with a lighter colour, like that, for example. I'll put this back, and on here we should see that, there we go, it's kind of gone through it. So we can now kind of texturize the lower layer. to make it look nicer. So more natural, I guess you could say. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill this back up because I don't actually want that as the thing. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a brush tool. And we're going to go ahead and choose the brush here. We're going to have it like a nice, like, that looks a bit weird. No, that's not bad. We want something a little bit more natural to the hairline, like, no, it's really not dirty, but like nice and like a bit too big, that. So like maybe we could have something like, I don't know, like the sponges might have a nice sponge here. Just so we can get ourselves a nice hair. There we go, that's a nice one there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, oops, wrong colour. We're going to select this colour here and we're just going to go for a lighter shade. And we're just going to kind of grow a little bit like this. And just make it a little like natural kind of shading, I guess you could say. There we go. So now if we bring the clipping mask up, we can see how it looks like. Looks a bit bad. I'm not going to lie, it looks a bit bad. So we can go ahead and erase those. I'll just go ahead and erase them quickly so we can. There we go. Just get rid of these little bits quickly. We can fill them back up as a bucket as well. There we go. And bucket, we'll get the same colour. There we go. So let's go have a look at a little bit of the template. Let's have a look at the template and see how the hair was before. So we can see it's got like lines downwards. So we'll go for something similar along the lines of that, I guess. So we will have a look at what we got here, custom shapes. Have a look at the custom shapes because they could come in handy. There could be something nice and natural looking good here. Let's have a look. Anything that looks like hair, or there's nice some interesting patterns here that could work. Look what that looks like. Not really sure if I like the colour of them. We can change the colour, it's no problem. We won't want it to be clipping art, so we'll move this up. It's got clipping art, so we'll go ahead and release clipping mask. There we are. And we want to convert it to a real shape. Convert to smart object. Oh no, that's not what we want to do. Here's our shape here. We're gonna move our shape. T, so we know where it is. There we go. And we're gonna go for a slightly darker than this colour. So we'll get ourselves the colours. Where is it? Properties, colour. We need to go for darker shade. So we'll bring this wheel up here. There we go. And then we can bring down the darkness, I suppose. There's ours. There we go. So now it is a darker shade. We can now get the bucket tool. And we can just fill this in. Now we know where it is. Shape must be reset out. We need to retirize the shape. That's what we need to do. We need to go to retirize layer. There we go. And fill that in. And not the whole thing, but we're going to bring it out here so we can see where it is. We're going to fill it in with... Okay, it's fine, yep. And fill it in. That's not what I want to do. Bit hard, so we need to get the actual like right little thing. There we go. So that needs to be on the same layer. Okay, we got this. So that shape isn't that best for hair, so we're gonna go. And at least we know what we're gonna do now. So what we'll do is we'll grab our lower hair layer. We'll grab our brush tool, and this time we're going to make it a little bit nicer. We're going to zoom in a little tiny bit so we can get ourselves a pixel square thing. Not that close. Zoom out a little tiny bit more. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and choose the brush tool. We're going to change the shape of it to a block. The mode, we will have normal, yep. And we'll actually use the pencil tool for this. The pencil tool will be nicer. And then we want it to be a block shape. Where is that gone now? Why don't we change that? There we go. We can actually change it in here. Okay, we'll make it 2 pixels big. And then we'll just we'll just go bring it down like this. Create strides in the hairline like that, I guess. Like that. So like this. So we are kind of just like, oops, just like texturizing the hair a little bit. So natural like strands of hair. I will make it a bit of a darker brown because it isn't the nicest brown, that. There we go. And then we just can continue it over, creating little random strands of hair. And there we go. Just wanted to say I'm not going for a professional look, guys. It's not meant to be professional. It's just meant to be like a nice looking portrait of yourself that you can do. Maybe it's for your Facebook account or for, I don't know, like maybe it's a gift for somebody or something like that. Really up to your imagination and what you can actually do with this. Basically go as wild as you want if you want to. I'll show you a few techniques in the upcoming videos on how you can perfect things and make things look like they're supposed to look. There we go. Just going to do a few more strands just to make it look natural hair like. And again, I will make it a darker brown because it isn't a nice brown. It's more of a reddy colour. So we'll go ahead and just make it a darker brownish. There we go. And we can just kind of copy this over there. That's nice. That's a nicer colour than the one we had. More of a natural colour. There we go. I'm just going to go over them and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've gone around all those red ones now and I've replaced them for the brown coloured ones now. So now we're going to have a look what it looks like. And it looks pretty natural that now. It looks a lot better than it did. And it looks a lot like a natural stroke of hair. It actually looks like the outline of hair, which is what I was going for. So the next part of this now is we're going to do the face, and then I guess you can put yourself a t-shirt on and stuff like that. So we're going to neaten this up a little bit now. Now we've got a template. We're going to grab the hair layers. We're going to group them together. And we're going to rename that group to hair. Give us a second where I find the rename button. There we go. Hair. Grab the eyes and group them together and call them eyes, obviously. And then same for the mouth. Go ahead and name that one mouth. So we'll create a new layer now and we'll work on the face, because we've got this actually helps, the hair kind of helps us with the face. So we will go ahead and to start off with, we will grab our lasso tool. We could use the magnetic one here, but I'm going to use the normal lasso tool because we can be a bit more accurate in where we actually no. I'm going to use the polygon tool because we can just click points there. With this polygon tool, we can just click where we want it to go. I'm going to zoom in so I can see where I'm actually clicking as well. So there we go. I'm going to click here. And we can probably use the magnetic one, actually, now I think about it, because of the rigid edges. Yep. That'll just save our job a little bit easier. There we go. Bring it down. Grab it so we can... There we go. There we go. Make sure we go around the outline. Again, if you make a mistake, just go back on the same line and click. You should be fine. Okay, we're just going to go down at this. There we go. Copy the outline of this face. Well, my face rather than this face. Make sure we follow it around. Oops. Missed a way big part there, so okay, so I'm just going to go back on the same line, follow it round, and make sure I connect it up as the actual face. And again, click there accidentally, so what we're going to do is we're going to let it follow it around there again, back on the same line. The weird line there, so we're going to try and correct that. There we go. Straight up to the top here. Again, you don't have to be exactly on point, but it just helps if you are. Follow the lines. There we go. There we go. And back to the start. And then we can zoom out now and see what we've got. Now we don't want to do black, obviously, because it will alter the what you call it, because we already have black on there, the mouth and the eyes will get messed up with the face. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in. We're going to choose a peachy colour for our skin colour. We're going to zoom back out again. And then we're going to fill that in. There we go. And you can see kind of all the parts where we kind of messed up a little bit as well. And the shape of the face as well. But it's not too bad. And I will fix some of the parts though, because you can see here where I've messed up completely. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring the eraser tool on. I'm going to make it a short thing. And I'm just going to, sorry, no, not the eraser, there we go, the pen tool. And then we can just kind of block it up ourselves. There we go, click, 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 so it's on all the same colour. Make sure it's in line. See where we have gone slightly wrong. But it's all fixable. There we go. Good to me. We can just get rid of these little bits here. And then fix them back up. There we go. Now we can zoom out to see what we got. So there we go, we've kind of fixed that area there. So we're going to zoom in and just, we can press Ctrl D to deselect it all now. And we can just get rid of these little different coloured blocks. Also, I want to change the shape of this brush because it's a weird shape. I've forgotten how do I do that now? Oh, brush, there we go. Block, there we go. So we get rid of the actual wrong coloured ones and just colour them back in. There we go. And we can see here where I've missed it a little tiny bit. We'll just go around the shape. Okay, it looks good to me. And we'll zoom back out because I think there's, yeah, because what is that shape there? That's a weird shape compared to the other side. So we can fix that by, see, we want to try and like create it a natural kind of go smoothing. We'll put smoothing up to 100%. That should help us a little tiny bit. So we can get ourselves a nice kind of, bring it back a little tiny bit. There we go. So it's not exactly as bumpy, because it shouldn't be as bumpy as it was. There we go. Bring it all the way up. Smoothing it out a little tiny bit. There we go. Okay, we'll zoom in again and we'll just fix these blocks now. So we can brush and we can just place them. Why is that red? Ah, I've got entered mass mode accidentally. No worries. Just means I have to get rid of this in the mass mode as well quickly. There we go. And then we will just place these back in. There we go. Make sure it's nice, smooth, right up to the top. So it's not, doesn't look like some random weird bumpy head. We don't want it to be a really, really bumpy head. It would probably be very bad. There we go. Alright. Now we can zoom back out and you can see that it's a lot more natural looking now. Whereas before it was just really ugly looking. So now we can name this one Face. And we can bring these others. And the face is going to go underneath everything else because that's where it fits. There we go. So we can go ahead and do the nose now. And it's basically the same kind of things, on and off, same thing really. So we can get the shape of the nose as well by doing the lasso tool, polygon tool. Any of these three tools you can use. They're all methods of doing it. We're going to use the magnetic tool again since it does work the best in my opinion. And I have done something badly. Make sure you create another layer, guys. Make sure you create layers. Don't forget to create the layers. Alright, and we'll go from the outline of the nose. There we go. And there we go. Make sure we've got that. There we go. And now we're going to fill that in with another like peachy colour we use from the top of the nose. There we go. And there we go. It looks a little bit weird. Not gonna lie, it looks a little bit weird, but we can modify that. That's the great part of this. We can just modify it. I'm going to brush and I'm just going to kind of even this nose out because this is way wider than I don't think I have a nose that big. At least I don't think I do. So I'm just going to even it out a little tiny bit. Now, again, you can choose anything you want. Like, you don't have to copy your nose if you don't want to. If you want to create your own nose, you can do. There's plenty of options you can do there with the custom shape tool. You can create yourself a triangle nose. You're basically just trying to make it so it's your imagination, your concept of your portrait. So we'll go for custom shape. And I'm not very good at tracing nose, being honest. So we're gonna get a nice shape, and we're gonna have a look at what the shapes we have, and what we can actually use as a nose. I want something like, I don't know, flag might do. Flag, yeah, could do. And then, yeah, flag could do. It could do. We can modify it with these points, I believe. Oh no, that's not how you do it. So we go ahead and realize the layer, and then move it. Apparently, I've cut it somehow. I don't know how I've managed to do that, but great. We can move the. I've done something weird to that one. I don't know what I did there, but again, this is really up to your guys' choice. You don't have to follow everything I do, and I might not want to nose, but I guess what we'll do is we'll do nostril. We can go trace around the nostrils. I guess that's how we can go into that. I guess zoom in. We'll trace around the nostrils. I think that's what we'll do. Just get rid of this outline. It's random. There we go. Okay. Look, you make mistakes, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I made a mistake there. So we're gonna get ourselves a magnetic lasso tool, and we'll trace around the nostrils. If you hold, by the way, guys, you can like angle it. If you want to angle it, you can do. There we go. Fill that in with black. We'll be fine to fill in with black. There we go. And then we'll move it over so we can see the other nostril. And then we'll duplicate those layers. So set that Control C, Control C, Control V. Make sure that's there. Right. We can then zoom out, have a look at what we got. Get on screen. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. And zoom in again. So now we've got kind of an outline now. So we can now use we're going to use polygon tool. That one might work. We'll try the polygon tool, see if that's more nice looking. At the top of the nose. Let's bring it down to about there, I guess. It's going to be a really straight nose. I don't really want it to be straight. Okay, I'm going to think about this. Let me try to use the actual lasso tool. I think this could actually work really well. But yeah, the actual lasso tool looks like it's going to work really, really well. So maybe we'll use this instead. There we go. Okay, that's a much nicer looking nose, I think. Although again, it's got this weird like long thing, so I think I may be doing this wrong. So I've decided, guys, I'm not going to have the nose. So, okay, so next we're going to move on to the neck. We'll do the neck part of this. So we'll create a new layer. And this is going to go underneath the face. So we'll go in there. And we'll just call this one neck. Okay, so we're going to get the outline of this. So we can bring up the face now, so we can go around the face. Bring up the magnetic lasso tool. This is going to be really, really useful here. Bring it round. And then bring it down here. There we go. So we can get this point. There we go. There we go. Now you can see where I've missed it completely there. I didn't even mean to do that, but yeah, so we will have to fix that because that does not make sense. So we'll start that again. Come on. Round the face, not skip the face. About there. Yeah, it works. And that works. Yeah, that'll work, I think. It's annoying because I was in a bit of shade, so it's not made it easy for me, but it'll work, I suppose. That's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. So we'll go ahead and make that back up there. That's going to be weird and thing, but we can fix that. There we go. Doesn't have to be exactly accurate, but that will work. That'll work. So again, we'll make it a skin color, but we want it to be a little bit darker than the actual color of the skin. So we will make it a little bit tiny darker, just so we can tell the difference between what's what. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna fit it out a couple of times just so it's not exactly the same. Okay, you can see where we mixed it here, but we can work around that. So now, if we zoom out, we can see what we're up with on the screen. So you can see it's coming together, guys. It is coming together. It is coming together. So now with the face, we can go and group that and name this one face. Face. And we can group the neck and call this one neck. So, so then we can another layer, and now we're going to create a shirt. So the shirt's going to go above the neck and below the face. So we'll go ahead and call it shirt, not shirry, shirt. Correct my spelling mistake there. Thanks. So we're going to go ahead and go around my shirt now. And the magnetic lasso tool is a really, really useful one to use, so I'm going to continue with that. There we go. I'm just going to drag down here so I can create so I can actually be a bit more accurate here, and we can fix this issue I made by just going around it. There we go. And just go slightly onto the neck there, just so we can clip it. There we go. Make sure we get there. Shirt now. Oops, I've gone onto the actual face there, which is not what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to correct this as well. There we go. Go all the way around. There we go. And make sure I don't mess it up. And we're going to just go all the way across the bottom of this. There we go. And we go straight back up now. There we go. And then we can connect it. And then we'll keep on the style of the shirt, and we will go for a red, I guess. We can kind of go for that kind of red there. Let's have a bucket and fill. And now we can see where we need to kind of fix. So we can use other shapes and stuff to kind of fix that. So we can just go ahead and just like, I guess we can zoom in and do it professionally. I guess we'll do that professionally. Get rid of smoothing. And we'll select the layer of the shirt, yep. So we just need to get the layers. So what we'll do is we'll square and we'll just fill these in. You can get the actual layer of the shirt. There we go. Bucket tool and fill. So these are all the parts of the layers. So we'll have to. So the neck. It goes above the neck. So then we need to select the next layer. I'm gonna be a bit cheeky with this and just kind of go over my mistakes by just filling in these gaps here. What layer is that? I don't understand what layer that is that's causing that to do that. Select the shirt then. Okay, what layer is that that's causing that to do that? Ah! Zoom out. Zoom out, zoom out. Can we not just use a brush? We tried using a brush, see if that works. Brush tool. There is something. Well, what layer is causing that? Or is it the template behind? No, I don't think that's it. Why is that not? Oh, there we go. There we go. We got it. It was trying to fill in a little tiny area, but it can't do that. There we go. We got this now. So now we just go around here, just so the shirt actually matches up with the neck. And you could add a tie if you wanted to, if you prefer the tie. There we go. And there we go. Nearly there now. There we go. Get the last few little dots that are missing any texture. They're not the last few, but alright. We're going to just continue to do this until we've got every little thing done. There we go. Surely can't be that much more now. Just so it doesn't look like there's anything like... What's going on? What's going on? Accidentally pressed the crop tool. Don't crop, thank you. Alright. There we go. Come on now. We won't, oh, can't be far, can we? Can we just fill? We usually use bucket, I suppose, can't we? Oh no, we can't not use a bucket. We can use a bucket there though. That does do it nicely. Right. Fill, fill, fill. Fill it in. There we go. There we go. Just so that we don't get any gaps, really. That's the main issue. Just getting gaps. There's one there, one little tiny pixel, so we're going to change this to a 1 pixel. That's not 1, it's just gone back to 2. Why? Why? I'm pressing 2, that's why. 1. Then we can zoom out and see what else needs doing. So there we go, it's pretty decent now. That is basically it, guys. You can go into detail a bit more. I will do one thing before I end this video. Call this one shirt. So I will do one thing is I'll go to the face and I'm going to go ahead and create an outline. The outline. Where is it? Outer glow, something like that. Inner glow, outer glow. And you can have it black just so it differentiates where the face ends. Differentiates. I can't say it. Differentiates. I can't say it. Differentiates. I can't say it. Tells you the difference between the face and the neck. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and see opacity. Yep. Change the size if we wanted to, but it looks good for me. Change the range if we wanted to. It looks okay already, so I'm going to keep it at that. Okay. And then the hair as well. I'm just going to go ahead and create the bottom layer. I'm just going to add a outer glow. And black, yep. Normal darken. You can see it. There we go. Changing the actual hair itself. 61. There we go. Makes the thickness of the hair so we can get like an outline around there. That's nice. It's all nice. Yep. Alright. So that's going to be the video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you did like and want to see more Photoshop tutorials in the future, then please subscribe, like, and comment. I'll show again, just before we end this video, I'll show you what the original photo looked like compared to this photo. So I'm just going to go ahead and select all of these here, group them together. So this is what the original photo looked like, guys. This is me. This is our final product. So thank you for watching, guys. My name's Ryan, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.